Hi and welcome. I'm Chris Principe, publisher of Financial IT, and I'm really pleased to be here at one of the most amazing events of the year, which is Money 2020. Huge event in a huge town. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't need to tell you anything more about Las Vegas than what everyone already knows, but for Money 2020, this is where all the action and excitement starts and finishes. And starting with us today, I'm really pleased to have both Roberto and Alex with us. Gentlemen, welcome.
Great to be here.
Great.
Thank you, Chris.
Alex, please tell us a little bit.
Sure. So I'm with Aevi. We specialize in in-person payments orchestration. And what that means is we allow our companies and our partners to embed in-person payments into their platforms, whether it's payment facilitators, ISOs looking to modernize their strategies, acquirers and banks through a single solution. And so what we provide in the market is we provide the heavy lifting on the card present side of payments that typically, people aren't looking to build in-house, so they partner. And today, we're excited about launching with GETTRX, who's a payment facilitator in the market, where we're helping enable that experience within the platform that they built.
Great. Roberto, I'm sure you have a lot to add to that.
Sure. No, first of all, I'm Roberto. I'm the CAO at GETTRX. We are an ISO, a payment facilitator. We've been in business for over 30 years now, and this has been a great partnership because we have a platform called GETTRX One, and it's a fully end-to-end white label payment platform that allows ISVs, agents to white label it and own the end-to-end experience. This platform was very robust when it comes to online capabilities, card not present capabilities. But now with this partnership, we've closed the loop, and now we have card present capabilities and card not present capabilities all in one single platform.
Well, I'll tell you, it's an interesting partnership. And what I'm hearing is that instead of companies today building out a lot of these things, and as we know, payments now really is a strategy for a lot of companies. It's not an afterthought like it was in the past. They can concentrate on their business and look to your partnership. Can you add somewhat to that, please?
Yeah, so specifically in the in-person payments world, it's quite complex, right? You're dealing with hardware vendors, you're dealing with payment applications, payment gateways, right? That entire value chain is very fragmented, and their businesses in themselves, right? And so Aevi, we've been in business for about 15 years, right? And we've specialized just in the in-person payments world to enable acceptance for large acquirers, banks, PayFacs across the world. And so we've really focused our expertise on that aspect of the business. And the other aspect, which is the back end, that's where companies like GETTRX are really successful in. They have the sales distribution, right? And so as a technology partner, we want to enable acceptance, but we want to enable the experience as well within the solution that they've built that's a merchant-facing product.
Yeah, I agree. In our industry, you see a lot of agents, ISOs, ISVs, and they are all now using technology to embed payments into their solutions. And there are companies that provide these platforms that allow ISOs, ISVs to embed their technology, but there are agents that are not capable of building these platforms. And that's where we come in, and that's why I also like this partnership with Aevi, because they allow us to white label their solution to our customers as well. So now we have GETTRX One with all its payment capabilities, and not just payments capabilities. You need to have the end-to-end acceptance flow to be able to start processing transactions. You need to be able to onboard a merchant. You need to be able to do KYC and then start processing payments online and in person, and then do all the reporting, which Aevi provides all of that as well in real time, plus our online capabilities. So that was this partnership was really good, and I think we're gonna help agents that are out there, ISOs that are out there that don't have the tech or don't have the time right now to build it, because it takes a long time. It takes a huge investment that both of our companies have already done. Now we're putting this together in the market for everyone to use.
Well, yeah, it's certainly a huge effort for a company, but they also don't have the expertise that you guys have. So this partnership really brings together an end-to-end solution. So some of the challenges that you might be facing right now that you're solving.
Right. So some of the challenges are, one, access to data, right? So in the typical in-person payment setup, you don't receive the data until the file's settled, right? And so if merchants are kind of going to have a better customer experience, they need to understand what's going on in their business, and whether it's remote refunds, business reports for the day, we send all that information in real time. The second important aspect of this partnership is our cross-channel tokenization capabilities. So GETTRX has their own vault, and so we're able to take that in-person payment, we're going to tokenize it, send it to their vault, and they can use it for recurring billing, which is extremely strong for ISV propositions and other, let's say, large merchants that really need a true omni-channel experience. So it's not just about accepting in-person payments and online payments, but it's really about stitching those two together and making it seamless, making it unified, and really just making it easy to deploy solutions like that out in the market.
And challenges on the GETTRX side that you're solving?
Well, with this partnership, again, the experience is very important for everybody, for merchants, ISOs, and ISVs. And having old legacy terminal providers where you would get data maybe daily or every 2 hours, that's already too slow for what merchants and partners are expecting now. So with Aevi, we get this data in real time. And not just that, but we allow now our partners to do maybe a refund through the platform, or as he was mentioning, we are partnering together so we can tokenize credit card information. And then if you just paid in person, but then you want to run a recurring transaction later or a customer on file type of transaction, the merchant or the partner can now just go select the credit card that was authorized to be charged later on and do the charge. And this was impossible before this partnership. So that's why we're very happy and we're looking forward to launching this second phase of our product.
Well, Roberto, that was interesting because you gave a real life example of how this can already benefit. And along with that, the idea that you're both sides completely white labeled, so it allows companies just to kind of plug and play and seamless to their customers. So how are you able to integrate all this together?
So Aevi is an API first company, right? So everything related to the endpoint management, to the payment management, those are all APIs, right? And so that allows GETTRX to take that sort of functionality and embed it into their platform, which is essentially how this works. So we are putting our solution into another world, right? But we are abstracting the complexities of dealing with hardware, dealing with the payment application, dealing with the data feeds, right? And just creating webhooks to allow them to kind of embed it into their solution.
Well, that makes it fast and seamless then. And on the GETTRX side, for particularly on the end users, security is very important, regulation, being able to meet the reporting that both of you have mentioned, and of course customer service. So how are you able to package this and bring this to your customers so that it's in a seamless manner?
Yeah, there is a lot that goes into security, and especially making sure that your environment is secure, is PCI compliant. So you make sure that even when you are working with partners, you need to make sure your partners are PCI compliant and are following all these security standards. Within our platform, because we don't just do payments, we do onboarding, KYC. There are certain rules that apply for each section of our platform. So we also need to be very careful with that. And that's where all the expertise that we've been in for 30 plus years in the industry have allowed us to build this now GETTRX One platform that has not just a seamless onboarding payment experience for every partner, but it's secure and it makes sure that it's according to the payment security standards.
So I know out in the market, you hear a lot of talk today about instant payments, and yeah, it makes sense. Who doesn't want to get paid faster? Is this something that you're hearing demand for?
So on my side of the business, I'm hearing the demand, right? But it sort of sits outside of our core competencies, right? It's more of on a bank level or processor level. Obviously, cash flow is important, so everyone wants their money faster. As far as like RTP and the bank direct payments, I think it's an evolving landscape, right? And the important part of this partnership is that it's super dynamic, right? So we're taking the physical world and we're digitizing it. And so as these instant payments or open banking payment types become more prevalent, we're able to enable that on the platform with zero uplift from an integration perspective. Because we own the software on the terminals, that becomes a very agile ecosystem in which we can work to enable the instant payments or let's say open banking as an alternative payment.
And to add as well, not just on the real-time funding, but our platform, which is agnostic, so it works. We can do payments through our platform, but we also allow partners that we're already using an existing gateway come and process through our platform. We provide a split funding, so we allow, let's say you're an ISP and you want to charge 5% per each transaction that your merchants are running through. We allow that capability, which is we just patented, and it's patent pending because it's kind of unique in the marketplace. You usually own the payment experience, and that's why you're able to do split funding, but we've made this available to gateway, and so now it's easier for partners to bring in and use our platform and start monetizing payments, because that's the other part, right? We are building this platform so our partners can start monetizing payments faster and not wait until they have a fully or build their own solution to be able to offer this.
Well, first, congratulations on the patent. There's always a lot of value in that. And Alex, I really like the term you use, super dynamic.
Yeah.
You know, it really seems to describe the partnership in both companies in general. So to be able to go forward in the market with this super dynamic approach,
Right.
what are the challenges that you're seeing? How is the reception out there in the market?
So I guess it depends on which point of view you look at it from, right? So there's technology that's really like digitally native, right? Based in the cloud that allows for flexibility. The challenge is, on the end of, let's say, the payment company spectrum, where there's a lot of legacy platforms that aren't cloud-based, right? They're dealing with, old infrastructure that's difficult to maintain, difficult to upgrade. And so when we think about being dynamic, from an Aevi perspective, we want to work with the companies that are modernizing their back end and complementing it with the modern front end, right? And so if you match the two together, then you get a dynamic payment proposition that can deliver sort of a next generation experience. So the challenge is really just technology and kind of, taking these large portfolios of merchants and going from legacy to more modern infrastructure, while still obviously, running your business, serving your merchants. So it's very difficult to sort of, do both in parallel, right? But if you really have an 18, 24, 36-month strategy, you can definitely achieve those outcomes. And we're seeing the industry in itself, change in a way where unless you want to, get lost, right, or, devalue your company, you have to innovate in some way. You have to be competitive. You have to compete against the Adyen's, the Stripes of the world that everyone knows, fairly well, that they have a huge bench of engineers. They're constantly innovating. And so Aevi and GETTRX, our goal is to kind of bring a similar flavor to the market, to the rest of the merchant base that exists.
And Roberto, for you, how does it fit into super dynamic? Because I really like that term because it seems very descriptive for what you guys have accomplished.
Yeah, no, and Alex was right on point. I mean, it's bringing technology, but it's also having this technology be accessible by the partners that are in this industry right now. And with our partnership, we're bringing that to the market, and we're bringing it fast. The industry is shifting towards ISVs, and not just ISVs, but merchants that are demanding a more seamless onboarding experience. They go to the Squares of the world where you can just plug in, create an account, and you're good to go, right? And unfortunately, there are a lot of agents, ISOs right now in the industry that don't have that capability, and we want to democratize that.
Right.
We want to bring that to the market.
Right. 45% of SMBs today are using some element of software to run their business efficiently, whether it's point of sale, accounting systems, right? And people are embedding payments into those softwares. So, in order to be dynamic and actually capture that merchant base, you have to be vertically integrated with those software vendors, and that involves technology. It's not just a dumb terminal sitting on the shelf somewhere. It's about integrating into the software vendors, and in order to do that, you have to have an API-first approach and a back end and front end that makes it make sense.
Well, I tell you, just from listening to both you gentlemen, I can understand the importance of this partnership. And we're really pleased that you've taken this moment to announce it. And I surely understand that there's probably been a lot of work between both of your groups to get to this point. So congratulations on the partnership. And here we're at Money 2020, where so much interesting and innovative things happen. So your partnership really fits right in. Why Money 2020?
I mean, honestly, the density at Money 2020 with the amount of people that are here, we've found our lane. We've, met with similar companies in like the GETTRX in our space. And so it's just about being there. If you're serious about innovating in this space, you're coming to Money 2020. If you're not here, then you're probably not an innovator, right? And so there's one time a year where you can kind of guarantee the attendance and an audience that is interested in your solution in a meaningful way. And so that's really why we're here.
And we're here to build partnerships, make sure that the people are attending these conferences that want to learn about what's new, what's going to be the future of our industry. They want to leverage the solutions that are out here, and that's why we're here, because we offer those solutions, and we want to make sure that they have a turnkey solution to go to their market.
Well, good. It's clear why Money 2020 is the place that this big announcement's been made, and that your partnership now is ready to begin from day one. So what is the future for each of you together?
It's really just to continue, a really deeply integrated partnership, right? Deliver a great end merchant experience, deliver great integrations for software vendors, continue across, the Americas, right? Look at, European as an opportunity as well, and just stay, closely embedded in the payment experience in a way that it feels organic for the end ISVs or, ISO partners, and just have a great partnership.
For us, it's helping our partners going through these changes in the industry. Our partners are used to selling terminals and bring standalone merchants, and now they are seeing that it's getting harder and harder to sell their solutions, because now when they go to a merchant, they say, oh, I'm integrated to this software, so you will need to be integrated for me to be able to switch to you. That's what we're looking now. It's where the industry is going in. By putting this solution, we're going to help them transition to a more integrated solution where they will be able to monetize that shift as well.
Well, I'll tell you, the future looks bright. The partnerships is what the market needs. I wish the best of success to both your companies. Thank you very much for joining me at Money 2020.
Thanks, Chris.
Great. Chris Principe, Financial IT.